Lena, this is the hair standard. Today we have Allie and we're going to be doing a balayage on her and putting some THS hand-tied extensions in. Let's get started.
Okay, first things first, we're going to remove Allie's first row of extensions. She's done amazing at-home care, proper shampooing, proper products, making sure that she detangles them each time she gets out of the shower. All good things that create a great foundation for me. I always ask my clients if they want to keep their old rows because sometimes they'll reinstall them in the summer just for some thickness at their exact length. You can see a lot of natural dark underneath when I remove the extensions. It's to preserve the hair and not bleach each strand. Okay, just coming through her natural hair, you can see that there's a little bit of buildup in there left over from the beads, but once it brushes clean, all of the strands look good. There's no missing holes. All of the hair is really healthy and strong. Hand-tied is a good option for fine-haired girls. That's a good picture showing you how much of the dark we actually leave in a platinum client. Just helps her natural hair grow. We're going to be using the Hair Standard hand-tied extensions in 22 inches. 60 and 1822 are our colors. For the low light, we're going to blend them and custom tone together. I learned this fancy trick on TikTok. I'm connecting my two strands with one single bead. That way when I sew the strands together, it lays a little bit tighter to the head. For Allie, we put the platinum on top so that she gets the most brightness out of her extensions and leave the 1822 for some depth. First things first is the bead chain. This is our foundation for our hand-tied hair. All I'm doing is creating cushions with beads and then securing them with some nylon string. That way the weight is distributed on the string and not on her natural hair. This is a great option for fine-haired girls like Allie because the weight of the extensions is placed on the string and less on her hair, which makes for a great dispersion of weight. This is Allie's first row. I'm going to be placing 6 wefts on her first one and 4 on the top row. This is one of my favorite things about hand-tied. I can customize each row however many rows I like based on the density of hair they have and on the color blend. Most of my clients only get 2 rows in total. If they have crazy thick hair, I'll usually add in a third just for blending. Alright, our foundation is set, so now we bricklay the hair on top of that. On this one I placed the 1822 on top, that way it gives her some depth when she curls her hair. Like a natural low light built in. So basically the way the hair grows on the head is a less density on the sides and a higher density on the back. When I place these extensions, I'm making it so that the 6 wefts overlap in the back to mimic that natural density. This is my first stitch to secure the hand-tied weft. All I'm doing is making a knot and then I'm going to secure it with some glue, that way it stays in. The glue just keeps the knot from unraveling. I like to take a little extra care on the ends by adding more stitches, that way it doesn't flap up after a few weeks. Each time I place the needle through, it's going through a little bit of those cushions I made, but mostly through the nylon string that connected them. You can see it's already starting to lay flat and look very natural in her hair. Here I got a little bit of her hair caught through the string, and typically that would be okay to just leave it, but you always want to go the extra mile and make sure that everything is perfect, so 1 extra second to find that hair and pull it through makes a world of difference. Okay, this is the end of our weft. Again, I take a couple extra stitches just to make sure it lays nice and flat. It's laying flat all along that horseshoe loop that I've just made. It's perfect. Double secured with the best attempt at a square knot I have, and a little bit of glue keeps it in there. You can see most of her blonde comes from the extension, so the only thing that we have to do is make the top match. Allie likes to be rooted, so we're doing a mini balayage with some face framing baby lights. This keeps her natural hair nice and long, but the places that count the most, nice and bright. In this bottle is Allie's toning formula. It's shade ZQ 9NA, 9P, 9V, and in that tiny little bowl is her root shadow, which I like a 7NA, 7N. Leaves a tiny bit of warmth, but mostly just ashes it out so that her root will melt into the blonde. The perfect toning formula for my bright blondes that like to be platinum. This is her root tap. It blends her previous color from other sessions with her current color and helps it all melt together. You can see the toner activating and bringing out those pretty blonde tones in her hair. For most of my extensions, I like doing a blunt cut for fullness with face framing and minimal layers for blending. Here you can see her natural depth from the back of her head blending in with the blonde. That's all her previous darkness, and look how great that blends. That's the best part of the appointment, brushing out the curls. Extensions are so amazing at building confidence. You come in feeling like yourself and you leave a little extra special. Allie needs to come in 8 to 10 weeks for a move up, and if she's ready for a color touch-up, we'll do it at that same time. Thanks for hanging out with me on Allie's transformation today. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and as always, please subscribe to The Hair Standard.